You're listening to Dave Coombs, Doreen, and Marcus. It's Milwaukee's hometown morning show on KLH.
And for the final time, it's Roz's Friday Funk.
Gotta feel good to hear this song again, isn't it?
You have been warned, buddy.
All right, we were discussing this off the air. How many of these Friday Funks do you think you've done over the years?
Okay, y'all know I'm not good at math. I don't know equations. That wasn't my strong suit in school. The caramel colored queen of funk was in here. Maybe I'll give it about 450.
All right.
450. 450 that I did of these. That's a lot. It's a lot of. You know what? And it's funny you guys say that because the other night I was cleaning out my desk and I had.
that makes me sad.
I'm sorry, Reen. I ain't mean it. I'm so sorry, baby. I was cleaning out my desk and I had come across all these notebooks of Friday Funks.
You saved them?
Wow.
Yeah, I had saved them. Not anymore, but I saved them.
We could have auctioned those off.
You think they would have fetched some money?
Maybe.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. But who knows? But it could have happened. Darn it, I should have thought about that.
So, that's all right.
eBay, here I come.
The cool thing about Roz is she's got nicknames for all of us. No, you're Reen, obviously.
Reenie, yeah.
DC.
Marcus, what about Marcus?
Marcus, what have I ever called? I don't even know. My baby.
We have
my man.
We have all sorts of different sweetie pie nicknames and whatnot.
Hey, baby cakes, all that other kind of stuff. We do that all the time. So, that's all good. Well, welcome. Thank you for welcoming me here.
What do you call my husband?
What do I call? Oh, man. What do I call him?
It's usually not very nice.
Loser is what I call him when he goes out the door every time. I'm like,
he's always in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. Jim's like, bye. I'm like, bye, loser. And he just goes on out the door.
It's funny. I used to do mornings on Salt Lake City's ESPN affiliate. We had the Utah Jazz players in all the time. And they had a nickname for me, too. They called me D-Nice.
Oh,
D-Nice.
Sookie now.
But I think it was like after that Key and Peele sketch, where
I was going to say, that would
D-Nice.
translate to Denise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Denise.
All right, Denise.
I remember that, the classroom sketch.
Say it right. D-Nice.
D-Nice. That's not your name.
So, Roz, do you remember the first Friday Funk that you did on these airwaves?
I do. It was so funny because the very first Friday Funk was a fluke. It was just a fluke. And Dave called me.
Previous Dave.
They had done it, but then he came out to my desk and he goes, Roz, can you kind of help us out? Because we don't know what we're doing. And I said, sure. I said, what would you like? And he said, well, we got this segment called Friday Funk, and we play a funk tune. And I said, okay, all right, I'll come in there. So I came in, we discussed it, the music played, I was on. I'm like, whoa, here we go. And it went over well. I went back to my desk. I thought that was it. I'm like, okay, that's the end of it. Mm-hmm. Dave comes out, and he goes, Roz, we got about 12 dozen emails. It was either a dozen or 12 dozen emails saying, who is that woman? Put her on. We want to hear more.
We'll go with 12 dozen. About 140 for her.
Hey, I'll pump it up there. And I was like, wow. And he said, would you please come on Fridays? And I said, sure, I will. And that was before I'd ever written a bit. The next Friday I went on, I had written my very first bit.
Wow.
My very first bit I took from an Ebony magazine. It was called How to Love a Black Woman. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know. And the thing was, I talked it over with my crazy husband. I talked it over with him. He goes, I don't think I don't think you should do that. I think you should say things seriously. I'm like, you know what? That's the last time I'm asking you anything. Yeah, it was. I never asked his opinion ever again on this kind of. I'm like, you don't know comedy. You ain't even funny, so shut up. So I did it. It went over well, and then the queen was born from there.
Did you ever get nervous? On the air?
That very first bit I did, but once I got going, I was okay because I had been given pointers about, and I'd been on the air before in college because I was a jock in college.
What were the call letters down in your
WDLC, David Lipscomb College.
So wait, did you have a fancy radio name even?
No, they didn't let you do that. You know what? And our playlist was. it was censored. There was so much stuff that was blacked out that you couldn't play.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I want to play. Well, I guess can't play that. Well, I guess for some odd reason, the song Teach Your Children was scratched out.
Interesting.
I didn't understand that.
And this
Crosby,
was
Stills,
this
Nash?
a Christian
This
college?
is a Christian college.
Wow.
But that one, it was scratched out. They were like, you can't play that one.
Huh.
And I was like, okay, then, well, here's another oldie but a goodie.
Brick House by the Commodore.
Oh, that really, I would have
no
gotten
way,
kicked out of
yeah.
school for that one. I would have gone, as my mother would say, I would have gone sailing home for that one. But that was my very first Friday Funk that I did a bit.
Do you remember the first song you ever played on your college radio station or not?
No, I don't.
Because I do. It was.
What did you play?
It was Marshall Tucker Band. Can't You See?
Ooh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember, huh?
No,
I played
don't.
Crazy Train. That was my first
Crazy
one.
Train.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew what song I played. I just was so busy looking at what was censored that I was like, well, I guess I'm going to pick from whatever this is.
Yeah.
Because it was more like, it was middle of the road music. And it was mellow. And they were really funny about it. And I was like, because, you're at a Christian college, so you got to follow the rules. So I had an hour shift. And that's all I wanted, really, because that was the first time I'd ever done it. I wanted to do my hour shift and go to dinner. That was it. It's like, okay, an hour and by, and I'm out. But it was fun. I had a good time.
You are listening to Roz on 96.5 WKLH. She is our receptionist and
but so much more.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. She is like the fabric of this
She
place,
is the
right?
coordinator of parties. She's
Thank you. You know what? And I kind of consider myself as round the way Roz. Because you know what? And for everybody who works at a front desk, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to give y'all some props here.
Okay.
People who come into our places of business and they use the word just, dismiss that. People who come in and they go, you're just a receptionist, or you just answer the phone, or you just hand out prizes. Y'all don't realize how degrading it sounds. It doesn't bother me because, I'm Roz. I'm going to do what I do.
You're
But
just used to it.
I'm just you, and I'm just Roz, really. But do y'all know, I've done a lot of things in this building, a lot of things. And it's not tooting my horn or anything. I'm just saying I had a lot of little jobs and stuff, things that people didn't do or didn't want to do or whatever.
But before you even get into all of that,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are the first person. You are the face. You are the person that when they come into this building, you represent every single one of us in this building. That is a huge thing.
It's a huge responsibility,
Yeah.
and you cannot take it lightly because
do
you
it well.
are the face, and people, they get their first impression of your building when they come in and they greet the person at the desk. And I've always tried to be the person who made the station for first impression look good in your eyes.
But you didn't even have to try because you're just being yourself.
Thank
True.
you. You know what? I got a lot of my daddy in me because my father was like that too. So, and I'm crazy. I'm silly. My sister used to say all the time, because when I first met Vernal's parents when we were dating, and I was so nervous and scared because I'd never been up here. Never been to Wisconsin. I'm a little Alabama girl. Never done that. So when I was coming up here, she was like, well, are you nervous? And I said, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. And she goes, well, I know what. She said, just be yourself, Roz. Be yourself. And I said, okay. And she went, you know what? Never mind. Be anybody but you. Be anybody but you. And I was like, oh, thanks a lot. That really helped a lot. So I have learned through the years to just be me and do me without being offensive, without being hurtful. Just be Roz and be fun. Be a party in a cup. That's the way.
Great advice
that's the
for
way
anybody.
I feel. But the things I was saying that I have done around here. Do y'all know I was an ambulance driver once?
No.
We had 3 people. They always got me to do this, and I don't know why. My car was tiny anyway, but we had one lady who broke her foot at her desk. She tripped over a toolbox, and I had to take her to the hospital. They were like, Roz, can you take her to the hospital? I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Then we had another former announcer who sprained her ankle jogging and stepped in a hole. Mm-hmm. Got to work. I need to go to emergency.
Wow.
Roz, can you take her to the emergency room? I'm like, okay, fine. So I should be a doctor by now. And then we had one dude who jumped up and hit the ceiling tiles we have.
Yep.
He was so glad about something. And he jumped up, his hand went through the ceiling tile and came out with a big old spike in his finger. Oh. It was awful.
Wow.
It was awful. I had to help him take the spike out.
Oh.
With all that crying he was doing.
Yeah.
I had to take the spike
Wow.
out, control the bleeding, and then it was, rise, take him to the ER. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take him to the ER.
Well, could have been this one when she broke both elbows.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I didn't have to take you
No,
that time.
I refuse to go to the hospital, but yeah.
Yeah, we helped you up off the floor, though,
That's
Ring.
true.
We wasn't gonna let
Roz,
you-
yes, you and
Natalie.
Natalie, yes. You two were there, my witnesses.
We were there. We helped Ring. All we heard was, oh! Then we
Crash.
it was like, boom. And I went, oh, no, what happened? So we got Rena. I bet you ain't worn them spike heels no more, have you?
No. Well, I mean, I have, just not in this building.
Oh, good. Learned your lesson. Good. Now, another thing, I also been kind of like a nurse. We had a gentleman who came in here who was not hearing impaired. I'm sorry, vision impaired. I'm just going to say it. He was blind. This man came in who was blind, who had won a prize. And I didn't know what he won. He won some tickets for something. I have no idea how that man walked all the way up here. But he goes, I'm catching the bus, and I just need someone to walk me to the bus. And I'm like, how do you get up here without being mugged or anything? So I took my time. I grabbed his arm. I said, sir, I'm going to walk you to the corner. So I walked him to the corner of 54th and Valete so he could catch the bus. Whatever happened to him from there is not my concern. But I decided I would walk him to the bus because I felt bad and I did not want to see anything happen to that man. So I was a nurse for him. I've been a janitor, y'all. Y'all know I cleaned the bathroom once when we first moved in this building. We didn't have a janitorial service. And the former GM, Tom Jarris, he said, Roz, can you help me out? I'm like, what you need? And he said, I'm going to clean the men's room. And if you'll clean the ladies' room. And I said, oh, okay. Now I'm Florence from the Jeffersons. Okay, fine. I will clean the ladies' room. So I cleaned the ladies' room and I took the garbage out and everything. And so, I mean, because to me, there is no job too small and everybody can pitch in. And I believe in that. I've been a snow shoveler. Outside, I've shoveled the snow outside, but that almost ended up in a mishap as well. I didn't take my keys with me. So I was shoveling the snow, and the snow was coming down, y'all, big time. I was shoveling the snow, and I was like, oh, no, I can't get back in. So I'm standing outside there looking like the abominable snowman with snow falling on me. I couldn't come to this window because it was too much snow, so I had to go to Bob and Brian's window, and I'm just tapping and knocking, and they looking around. They're like, who is that? And I'm like, it's me. It's Roz. Let me in. Let me in. So then they let me in. Then I have been security, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew that. I've been security.
You are a tough.
I don't
That's
play.
for sure.
You know that. I keep stuff in my drawer.
Nobody gets past Roz.
Fool around and find out. That's all. That's my motto.
Yeah.
Fool around and find out. But I had these before, and if anybody didn't know, we didn't have the secure doors that we have on the sides anymore. So before we had those, it was just open. I had 3 winners who came in. They kind of hippie looking. They were young people. And one boy had his shirt all open and stuff. I'm like, I wanted to go, shut your shirt, your little bird chest. Shut your shirt. So, and this girl she had a little flower in her hair, and there was another dude with them. So I went, they won on KLH. I went in the prize closet to get their prize. I come back out. There are no longer 3 people standing there. There's 2. So I asked them, I said, excuse me. I said, what happened to your friend? And they were like, oh, he's never been in a radio station before, so he kind of wanted to walk around and look and see. And I went, really? Okay. And then he comes around the other side. And I said, excuse me. I said, dude, where were you? Oh, I've never been around so cool in a radio station. I've never seen one, so I just wanted to walk around. And I looked at him. I said, dude, this is not the mall. You do not walk around in this building. I said, you stay in front of me. And so he was like, I'm sorry. My bad. And I was like, okay, fine. I got them out. Thank God. I don't think I've ever seen them since.
You're also an impressionist, by the way.
Yes.
I do many voices. Many voices.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I was an animal handler once. We had a bird that flew into the building one day. It bypassed. It was going in. The mailman was coming in. The bird was flying around. The bird flew in the building. Before I knew it, I was behind the secure door. I don't even know how I got there. I was behind the secure door screaming. I was, and I was like, man, I'm a fast little black woman. So I got behind that door as quickly as I could, and the mailman got the bird out. We had a mouse in the station, trying to help get the mouse out between my screams, because I was screaming loud when that happened.
Now, you're talking to the woman who hates birds over here.
See, I know, you, me, Mary Smith.
Yeah.
I don't like him. So, Reen, you would have freaked. You might have fainted.
I probably would have,
You would have fainted. I've also been a babysitter. When people have brought their children here and had them sit out front with me, I changed diapers out in the lobby.
Did you really?
Yes, I changed some.
And imagine a prize winner coming in and seeing that.
No, I'd be right with you.
Yeah.
Okay, pumpkin.
You take care of that
I'm
first.
proud of you now. Let's get your little booty around. But I took care of that first, so that was good. So I've been a babysitter. I've also been a seamstress, y'all. I have sewn holes in people's clothes, buttons on. I'm like the Black Betsy Ross. I was sitting there. One of the first things I remember when Tom Jarris, he had to go to a meeting, and he came up to the desk and he was like, "Roz, I need your help." I thought it was gonna be some big job. I was like, "Really? Okay, all right." And then he brings this coat. He goes, "Here, I got this button that came off. Can you sew this button on?" And I was like, "Sure, I can do that. I'm every woman. I will do it. I will do it." Now, I've been a seamstress. I'm also the swear jar person. So y'all know how I feel
that's
about
true.
that. So it's like, no cussing. This is a no cussing zone up front with me. Now, I don't know what's going to happen after I leave, but no cussing up at the front. I've also been a gardener. Watering trees.
Yeah.
Watering trees. And in fact, I was watering when we got the big arborvitaes. I was watering those, but almost a mishap with that too. I went home, left the hose on, was sitting there thinking about my day. And I'm like, yeah, this happened, that happened. I was like, oh no, I left the water on. So I jumped in the car, raced up here. It was 10 o'clock at night. Raced up here and turned off the hose. So the water bill probably was sky high. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't tell nobody. I
You're
was like,
forgiven.
Oh, thank you very much. That's why I'm confessing now. I'm also in charge of deck parties, which y'all know. And I used to do themes for deck parties. I did one with a salsa theme once. And I had a guy who came in and we had tacos, and then he taught us the salsa. Do y'all know who his only partner was? Me, because nobody else wanted to dance. And I was like, that man was flipping me around and spinning me around. I was like, woo, I'm going to be sore. Woo. So that was fun. We also did a self-defense one because I had one where we had Asian food, and then I had a guy who came in and showed us karate and self-defense. Yes, again, who was his only partner, the kid. And I'm like, this man is going to kill me. I just know it. So that was fun. That was fun. And I've met a lot of celebrities, and I have to tell y'all, do you know who one of the most famous celebrities we have had in this building?
Hugh Jackman?
Nope. Even bigger than him.
Hey, you weren't here when he was here.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Pee Wee Herman.
Nope.
I don't know.
I'll go ahead and tell y'all, it was not a person. It was an animal. It was Morris the cat.
Oh, wow.
The Morris the cat?
The Morris the cat.
Wow.
I have never seen so many people fly up to, because y'all know normally people, when they come up to the front, sometimes it's not to see me. And I'm like, I know why y'all up here. So Morris was here. They were having a good time with him, petting him and everything.
Was he singing the song?
No, he didn't sing the song. I tried to get him to, but he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Stars.
Exactly. Look at them. Think they're all that. But we're going to get to the tune, y'all. Y'all ready for the tune?
Yeah, you ready?
Let's do this. Hey, we got Shaka Khan's I'm Every Woman. Woo!
And you just proved
That's
it.
me.
Hey. You've done all the jobs.
I've tried to do as many jobs as I could around here and make myself as valuable as I could, but I've also tried to and I've protected you guys as much as I could
you have.
from anything that could
you
come
have.
to you, harm's way. But
And we appreciate that. Your shoes,
so welcome.
the next person's got big shoes to fill. Actually, you'll never be replaced.
Oh, thank you, Reen. And it's funny because people have been asking me, they were like, well, who's going to be at the desk? I said, you know what, y'all? This is going to be like the Johnny Carson show. It's going to be a guest host every day. So good luck.
Never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. And my subs have been trained very well, so they already know what to do. So we good on that. But I do want to say, I want to give a shout out too while I'm talking. I want to give a shout out to my tax man. His name is Brian Joyce. BJ, I hope you listening. In fact, he's right down the street. He had no idea I worked here. This man been doing my taxes for a million years. And he was like, I didn't know you worked there. I was like, I told you that.
Says it right on your pay stubs, your W-2s.
Like, here you go, man. But he was like, well, I didn't put two and two together. But he's a good dude. He's a good dude. I love him to death. And I'm gonna miss him as well. And I'm gonna miss a bunch of our listeners and our clients coming in. You guys have been more of an inspiration to me than I've been to you. Just so you know, all of you. The MMG has always been my family. It will always be my family. And I will always love y'all. I will carry y'all in my heart. As you see, I am wearing a shirt that shows my destination. Because
Yeah.
my next destination is Nashville.
Yeah, don't think we won't be knocking
I
when
know.
we're in
Come
Nashville
on
next
down.
time.
In a couple of months, hopefully. And I will have a new boss. Her name is Carol Scruggs. She's called Big Sister. This girl, I'm telling you, she is a hard nose. That chick, she always says, I don't volunteer you, I voluntold you. So I said, oh, excuse me, madam, I'm sorry. But
I see a clash of titans coming
Yeah.
in the future.
Dude, I'm just saying. The woman she's tough as nails. And she was a former school teacher.
You'll soften her up a
So
little bit.
I'll soften. I have through the years. I've tried. But I just want to say that I appreciate y'all letting me on this morning for my last funk. This has been a blast. And you're playing my favorite artist of all time, which is Shaka Khan. So I'm good.
We will miss you, Roz.
I will
We
miss
will.
y'all too, but I just want to say this is not goodbye. This is see you later. And if not, then I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
There she goes,
Appreciate
Roz
it.
on KLH.